Okay, here we go. We're back. We've got our weapons of mass destruction and, or hopefully reconstruction in this case, and safety glasses. And we're going to see about removing this webbing from the bottom of the intake manifold. I've seen videos that talked about it, but I've never seen a video that actually showed doing it. I've decided I'm going to take all of the webbing out and just be done with it. I don't think there's any problem with doing that. I've got tape on the intake port covers to cover them up. I've got the front of the intake plugged off, all of the other holes, so hopefully won't be getting anything in there, but we will check it later and make sure that's all good. I've heard you can do it with a screwdriver. I'm going to try chisels. I've got one that's kind of dull, not super sharp. It is a little bit sharp, not super sharp. This one here is really sharp, so I'm going to not use that if I don't have to. And it's kind of small too, but I may use it to get into some smaller areas. So got an assistant to help me hold on to it so I don't have to chase it around. And let's see what happens. Here we go. Okay, that's not too bad. So it seems like it kind of pops off in little pieces. Doesn't really like peel off. But I'm going at it fairly easy too. Looks like I might have to do a little vacuuming up afterwards here. Or maybe my assistant will help me with that. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, so it comes off pretty easy. It has been in the house and it's nice and warm and everything, so just kind of little chunks of stuff flying everywhere. Just be aware of that. We got a wood floor here, so it should be easy to clean up. All right. Like we'll just keep on going. Okay, so it seems like going at it kind of perpendicular is a little bit faster than going at it straight on the edge, if you understand what I'm saying here. So let's see how that goes. Big chunks. Yeah, that's kind of the ticket, it looks like. Yep, definitely. Better than going straight on the lines is to hit the lines from the side perpendicular. So. Yep, that's the ticket. Yeah, it comes off a lot smoother and closer to the surface as well when you do it that way. So just a heads up. Okay, just a quick second. Just want to look at the clock and see how long this is going to take me. So I should have done that earlier, but at least I know what time it is now. Pieces flying. You can probably hear him in the background there. I'm not sure if you can, if the audio is picking that up or not, but parts are flying. Well, not parts. Pieces. Now, one thing I did forget to mention is that anytime you're trying something new like this, at least whatever I do is, I always try to start out on the passenger side first. That way, if it doesn't come out that great, I don't have to see it when I get in the car. Just kidding. I'm surprised it's really coming out pretty nice. Okay, I'm gonna just kind of dump this over here a little bit and get some of this off of there. All right. Yeah, here we go. All right. Okay. Dump this again. Flip it around. Half's pretty good. Start back down here again. You want to be on the other side? I get you. Good thing you got your safety glasses on.
I do.
Okay. We're getting there. Okay. Doing good. Wee. Pieces flying. That's good. That's what we need to get it off there. I'd say we're about 2/3 done here. Okay. So like I said earlier, what I'm doing now is I'm going through and catching it against the flat, going perpendicular to the webbing pieces. And then I'll go back through and get the other pieces, same way, perpendicular to them. When I was trying to do it straight on to the pieces and try to kind of peel it or chip it that way, it was kind of riding up and down on the ridges and didn't want to just pop it straight off. Like this technique seems to be working better for that. I have a angle grinder, and I have seen that a lot of guys do it that way, but I saw that that kicked a lot of little fine pieces everywhere and kind of melted the plastic too as they were going, and it just seemed like that made a even bigger mess. And I just thought I'd try this way and see, and I had never seen anybody do it, so that's why we're making a video. And like the name of the channel suggests, this is a way to do it. It might not be the way to do it, but it's a way to do it. And you could probably hear pieces flying. They are. I'm going to be in a little bit of trouble, but it's just too cold out in the garage right now to get out there and do this out there. So there may be some forgiveness as long as I clean up my mess. So I had to change angles because I didn't want to be digging into this flat surface from this way. So now I'm going to go back that way. That way I can get the chisel a little flatter and kind of more on the plane of the bottom of the intake instead of being at such a sharp angle that might dig in and possibly crack or break this. Once again, I'm going from the wider side towards this narrower side so I can get it at a flat angle like this versus a real steep angle like that. So I think that's as much as I've learned out of this as anything else. And you're learning with me as we go. So here we go. All right, I think that's pretty much got it. I may go through back here and touch it up just a little bit here and there, but if you look at it, you'll see, I mean, that's how big, how tall the pieces were that were on there. So now we've clearanced it so the LS6 intake can fit onto the LS1 engine, and we'll get that upgrade. So some pretty inexpensive horsepower. This was an eBay intake manifold, and I have, of course, the LS1 manifold that I can take off the car and sell and pay for at least a portion of this, if not the entire swap. So there we go. The only other thing I would show you is, see if you can see the pile of debris here. That's kind of what was flying around that you might have heard going everywhere. That's the ridges that came out. I did have other tools here just in case. Like I said earlier, the smaller, sharper chisel, which I may use to kind of touch little things up here and there. Probably just a big flat screwdriver would have worked just as well. I didn't try that. I was just having good success with this, so I just kept on doing what I was doing. So I found out about this from the LS1 and Corvette forums that you'll find online. There's a wealth of information out there. I'm sure you guys know that. But that's how I cleaned up the bottom of this. I had never seen anybody do it before, so that's why I'm doing the video. Thanks to everybody out there. Thanks for watching.